Benjamin Netanyahu has met with Donald Trump at the White House this week, where the Israeli leader presented his U.S. counterpart with a nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. Netanyahu credited Trump for peace negotiations with Israel's neighbors. Speaking ahead of the pair's meeting, Trump expressed confidence that a ceasefire and hostage deal in Gaza could be reached this week. Netanyahu is also expected to hold talks with Vice President J.D. Vance later today. But members of Netanyahu's own cabinet have been vocally opposed to the ceasefire. Far-right Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir tweeted, quote, "I call on the Prime Minister to immediately recall the delegation that went to negotiate with the Hamas murderers in Doha," unquote. He's demanded a total siege, military crushing, and immigration of Palestinians instead. Meanwhile, Qatar's foreign minister has said the process needed time and that he wasn't able to give any timeline at the moment.
An exclusive investigation by MEE can reveal Iran has obtained Chinese surface-to-air missile batteries as Tehran rapidly moves to rebuild defensives depleted by Israel during the recent 12-day conflict. Multiple Arab officials shared the sensitive intelligence with MEE under condition of anonymity. We learned Iran is paying for the missiles with oil shipments. 90% of Iran's oil exports flow to Beijing as China imports record amounts despite strict US sanctions. The White House is reportedly aware of Iran's military rebuilding. Now, this comes after more than 1,000 people were killed by Israeli airstrikes during the recent conflict. In an interview on Monday, President Masoud Pezeshkian claimed that Israel had also sought to assassinate him and that American intervention had undermined Iran's trust in the US as nuclear negotiations resume.
Do you believe the Israeli government tried to assassinate you?
They did try, yes. And they acted accordingly, but they failed. And as a true believer, I believe that it is in the hands of the God Almighty to determine when a person will die or will not die. If he wills, the God Almighty wills, then you can die when you are walking freely in the streets. And but I would like to tell you that I am not afraid of sacrificing myself for in defense of my country and in safeguarding and defending the sovereignty, the freedom and the independence of my country. I'm willing to give my life, to give blood for that. And nobody here, I mean, none of the government officials is afraid of losing their lives in line of defense. But will it bring security to the region? I mean, bloodshed, more bloodshed, assassination, killing others. Will it bring peace and tranquility and stability to the region?
With respect, can you tell us how you know that you were an assassination target? A week and a half ago, I don't believe I've seen that confirmed anywhere. How are you certain they tried to kill you?
Of course, it was not the U.S. that was behind my the attempt on my life. It was Israel.
Finally, Israel says it's preparing to displace Gaza's entire population into a densely populated and heavily militarized camp on the border with Egypt, calling it a, quote, humanitarian city. Defense Minister Israel Katz said the plan involves moving more than 600,000 Palestinians into the new zone in Rafah, with security screening on entrance and a ban on leaving once inside. He said construction would begin during the 60-day ceasefire that is currently under negotiation. As forced removal orders target 9 areas in southern Gaza, legal experts warn the plan is a blueprint for crimes against humanity. It comes as Israel's genocide in Gaza enters its 21st month. Over 50,000 Palestinians have been killed and over 136,000 others wounded. In the latest attacks, Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 67 Palestinians since dawn this morning. The Israeli military has also launched further strikes in northern Lebanon, reportedly targeting a senior Hamas member. Now stay tuned as we speak with a doctor in Khan Yunis, where attacks on Palestinians seeking aid have continued for over a month.